The authorization that we got from Ministry of Natural Resources was to destroy this nest.
You could remove the turbines, could you not? You did not have to put those turbines there.
Yeah, so, yeah, I understand. So you're saying an option could have been to remove the 3 turbines
Absolutely.
rather than the nest. You know, from our project's perspective, the reason that was problematic is we have an obligation to generate a certain amount of energy for our FIT contract.
Florida does for Ontario?
We wouldn't be able to do that with 3 wind turbines.
So basically you're saying as long as you're generating the power that you have a contract to produce, you don't care about the natural
what you destroy.
Or
as long as you got your power produced.
The point about natural environment, the project was designed to avoid impacts to the natural environment.
Then how did you miss this?
Like avoidance to me.
So
how did you miss it?
You need to say that I said it was designed to avoid it, right? You were leaving the site as I got there.
Oh, so after they cut it down.
I was there because I wanted to ensure that we were preserving the nest and putting on the trailer.
Preserving? Tupperware? Give me a break.
Where is the nest now then?
It's in a location that I'm not going to disclose. It's our interest to make sure it stays safe until we can find
safe.
Utilize it. Yeah.
You already ruined it.
You ruined it.
You ruined it. The birds will never. What?
What are you going to do? Go stick it on a stick somewhere in the middle of a field and say, "Here you go." There you go.
One of the things that the authorization that we got from the Ministry of Natural Resources said was to have a compensation plan in place that they would agree to. And so one of the things we're discussing with them is the relocation of that nest.
So you take it out of the branches that it's embedded in, and you stick it in another tree?
A tree
How do you,
could be a platform.
A platform. You know what? That's just like the turbines. They're these artificial green things. That's what you make. You make artificial green things.
I make artificial green things.
They're not green.
There's a number of places along
where there's no turbines?
Where you could site a nest and be outside of an area of concern for the wind turbines.
Which project? You've got Capital Power, you've got Samsung, you've got Nextera. Where the hell are you going to put it? You got IPC. You have a migratory pathway. You have Bird Studies Canada based there for a reason on Long Point.
Right. So I'm not sure what your question is.
Where are you going to place these eagles? Where are you going to move these eagles? Because that seems to be your job now, right? You're moving eagles. That's part of Nextera's plan.
It's a nest. And
no, you're moving the eagles. You don't want the eagles there, right? That's what you said.
We don't want the eagles to come to any harm.
So they have to go somewhere else, right?
Wind turbines.
So there's a number of places along the North Shore of Lake Erie that, through consultation with MNR,
not Bird Studies Canada.
Yeah, possibly with Jody there. Well, we follow the recommendation of the agency that has the authorization to grant.
It didn't.
The MNR?
Yes.
Is that the MNR?
Yes.
It was. It was an active nest.
There were eagles in the nest. Is what you're saying. The biologists at MNR spent quite a lot of time deliberating on this, and in the end, they felt like this approach was the best one, obviously, because they.
So the project could move forward.
That's all it is.
That's what they said.
It's all it's about.
So when you come into Goshen, or when you come into Bornish or Adelaide or any of these projects, and there's an eagle nest there, because I'm sure there are eagle nests, right? Mm-hmm. What's your tactic? What are you going to do next? Are you going to do this again? Are you going to cut?
Absolutely don't want to do that again.
If you thought about this and this was in your head for a week before it happened, why didn't you notify people that you're going to do it?
Yeah, why didn't you notify the
Six Nation, HDI? You didn't notify any of them.
I can't speak to which of the Aboriginal communities were notified of it. So
well, according to their newspapers today, none of them.
You feeling good about this?
Hey, Josie?
I am Josie.
Yeah, we know you're Josie.
Are you feeling good about it, though?
That's
what I am. I think we did do the right thing. Unfortunately, it did work out that, a nest had to come down.
The community. Why wasn't the community consulted on this particular
Remember, we
activity?
had a small time frame to make sure that we had to take
You
this
got
shut
approval
down.
on December
If you're not gonna-
31st.
You had a lot of time to notify
5
the
days.
community.
No,
And when did you notify? When did you notify the communities
It
officially?
wasn't part of our permit to notify the community. This had to happen. It
Even the
wasn't
natives?
necessary.
Even the Six Nations?
It wasn't part
even
of the
HDI?
permit. It isn't necessary.
You said you were working with people, and he just said you don't have to, so you don't.
No, there's two different things here. He's saying that we didn't have to prior to this, the nest coming down. What I'm saying now is we want to make sure that the people, that the local community members do understand what happened, have a full understanding
After
of why.
the fact.
And in the future. Better to have to say something now than never.